G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. Just excuse the voice, I'm a bit chesty at the moment, nothing serious. In this video we're going to be looking at Titan Linux. I've been following a person within the Linux realm for quite a long time, Matthew Moore. Followed him, he used to do a lot of videos quite a while back. Hasn't made many videos lately. And I think I know why he hasn't made many videos lately. He has been working on a Linux distro called Titan Linux. So let's check that out. First, let's have a look at the website of Titan Linux. So this is his Titan Linux website. So what is Titan Linux? I've already taken a quick look in VirtualBox. Now, if we have a look at my downloads and ISOs, you'll see that I've got Titan Linux Acaste, and now there's Titan Linux 1.1 Cronus. So that's the latest release, 1.1. It's built on the Debian Stable Branch. It's fully functional yet minimal KDE. From some of the videos I've watched, it appears to me that it's a KDE desktop, a very slimmed down KDE to allow for better performance. It's focused on usability and performance with a wide range of hardware support out of the box. It's designed with the user in mind, eliminating some of the dependency issues with certain meta packages, making it more stable overall. It's a unique approach to Debian experience. So Matthew Moore, CobaltRogue. Cobalt actually engaged me in one of my YouTube comments and asked me if I've seen Titan Linux. I certainly knew about it because I've been subscribed to Matthew Moore for a very long time. I think he's a very level-headed person within the Linux community. And he's had some very informative videos in the past, and he knows what he's talking about. And then we've got some contributors here. Ben Fitzpatrick, Siva, Machina, I'd have to think, Machina. Sorry if I butchered that name. And Allison, I believe, is Matthew Moore's wife, who's keeps him in check, apparently. So you've got Discord and IRC there. I don't use none of those things, to be honest, Discord or IRC. So we've got forums, blog. Let's have a look at the blog real quick. And some videos from CobaltRogue. Some videos there. So if you want to check that out. They've got a shop here as well. Shop coming soon. Titan Linux. And contact us. They've got GitHub, GitLab. So they've accommodated for anyone who's got either of those, which is pretty handy. Some people like GitLab. Some people like GitHub. I've got GitHub account just for a few things for myself and to be able to share a few little scripts here and there with people if they want to try them out. But I think GitLab is open source, I think. Non-proprietary, I think. I'm not sure. That may be the difference between the two. Then you've got download and torrent. So I downloaded the latest one with torrent, seeded it a little bit. But you've also got download here. And then it'll start downloading the latest, which will be 1.1, Titan Linux 1.1, you can see there. Let's just close that. And then you've got your torrents here, and that'll download your torrent as well. So that's Titan Linux. That's the website. That's a little bit about it. So let's boot it up in VirtualBox, install it, and see what it's all about. So here we are on the grub boot menu for Titan Linux. We've got live system, fail-safe mode, and utilities. I'm not sure what utilities is. UEFI firmware settings. Don't need to be concerned about that, I don't think. So let's boot into the live system. Titan Linux, Matthew Moore, CobaltRogue. And here we are in the desktop of Titan Linux. The live desktop, of course. So let's get on with the install. Let's do that first. And they're using the LBRY installer, which is becoming quite a popular installer within the Linux world these days. I like it. I think it's a very simple and effective installer, very flexible for people who know how to set it up and use it to its best capabilities. Let's have a quick look at about. LBRY is 3.2.36. Okay. Next. Australia Perth. Next. English Australia set as default. Next. So I'm going to just erase disk using the 30 gig hard drive in my virtual machine. And there's no selection for the type of hard drive file system you want to use. So it must be using ext4 by default. Does it say here? No, it doesn't. And I will select swap to file. You can encrypt if you wish. Next. So PC TLC-VBox will be my computer's name. That's the computer's name is how to identify your computer on your home network, or any network, I suppose. If you put something incorrect in here, like an exclamation or an incorrect symbol or anything like that, it'll tell you that only letters, numbers, underscore and hyphen are allowed. So there you go. I put in my password, and I shall use the same password for the administrator account, and I won't log in automatically because I like to see the login screen. And that's our summary of what it's going to do. I'm happy with that. That's install, and off we go. So that's the install complete. That's restart. Actually, that's not restart. Shut down first. I believe we can shut down. I don't think there's a shutdown in the menu on this one. No, so we use the shutdown option here. And shutdown is automatically selected by default. So we just click OK. We could have chosen any one of those other selections there, but we want to shut down. Let's boot up Titan Linux. And this is the boot menu of Titan Linux. It's pretty much a standard Debian one. Let's start that up. And here we are at the login screen of Titan Linux. Looks quite nice. It's got a blur effect happening on the default background, I would have to think. And this is the desktop of the installed Titan Linux. And very much a carbon copy of the live desktop. I don't see any difference, to be honest. So let's have a quick look around. Like I said, when I shut down on the live, that's your options there. Shut down, log out, restart, hibernate, sleep. Shutdown is selected when clicking this button here by default. Let's cancel that. Trash, calendar. KDE always has a nice looking calendar by default. Status and notifications, disks and devices, updates, clipboard, battery and brightness. And we have the Discover Software Center, Dolphin File Manager and Firefox ESR pinned to the panel by default, and our menu with the Titan symbol. So let's have a quick look through the menu and see what we have installed. Just development stuff there, and development there, just all development stuff there. Graphics, LX image and screenshots, internet, Firefox, that's it, multimedia, VLC player, Office, QDP, QPD, QPDF view. I can never say that name. QPDF view. Settings, got Grub Customizer and system settings. System, and we have all system stuff there. We've got KSys guard, so let's check that out real quick. System load, what's it saying? Memory, we're using 0.5 of memory. It's 500 megabytes. Let's just check that out. There was a, let's have a look. Under settings, no, not settings, system. There was HTOP. Let's check out HTOP. Now, I didn't use too much. That was like 500 before, and it's just gone up slightly to 600, but that's a pretty good memory usage there. That's why I set everything the same except for the hard drive size on my VMs. That way you know when you're checking out different distros in a VM and you've got exactly the same settings, you will get a true result in here as opposed to other distros. It's not a true result as far as hardware is concerned, but it's a true result in different distros when you're checking them out. That's why I like to use the same settings every time. So we've still got install system under here. That probably should have been taken out after install, more than likely. KDE partition manager, your console, cases guard we've looked at. Kwallet manager, not a fan. As long as it sits there in the background and does not annoy me at all, I'm happy with that. If you're going to open up your web browser, whatever it is, in this case it's Firefox, and it starts annoying me, then I'm not happy. You've got the Muon package manager as well, and Yarquake. So let's have a quick look at the info center there. And there we have the info center. Memory. So that was everything under system. I think I just missed probably Dolphin and Discover under there. But as you can see, there is not a lot of applications installed in this system at all. And then we have the Titan Toolbox. Now the Titan Toolbox is probably everything you're going to be using for Titan Linux. We've got this app tools. You can clean your apt cache after installing. I think that's after installing apps. It'll clean anything that's been left hanging around, I believe. Package dump. Dump installed packages into a text file. So that must be whatever you've got installed. You can dump into a text file so it remembers what you've got installed, I think. Update system. I went back to the wrong one there. Security, you've got disable firewall, enable firewall. Software, advanced, install backported kernel headers, install latest available backported kernel, install legacy lib app indicator, and uninstall unused kernels. Browsers, install Brave, install Chrome, install Chromium, install Firefox ESR, which is already installed, I believe. Install LBRY Wolf and install Vivaldi. So that's pretty handy there. And then you've got enable 32-bit libraries. Now it's ticked there. Does that mean it's installed? I'm not sure, or is that just the symbol that they use? Enable extra repositories. Install app image launcher. Install encrypted DVD support, install Flatpak support, install LibreOffice, install LibreOffice extra languages, and install Snap support. So a lot of application support there for Titan Linux. What I like about this is it gives you the option. What I like about this is it gives you the option of what you want to do. You want to use snaps, you can install Snap support. You want to use Flatpaks, you can install Flatpak. You want to use both, install both. And they don't give you LibreOffice out of the box, but they give you an easy option of installation in case you want to use LibreOffice. You may want to use some other Office program. So that's good choices there, and it lets the user decide, and it gives them easy options to be able to do so. Now these other advanced ones, I think I've seen Matthew talking about these on his video, so I can't explain these as good as Matthew can, or CobaltRogue. So head off to the Titan Linux website and check out their videos there, or look for Matthew Moore Tech Cafe, I think it is, and he'll have some good videos explaining what you can do with these things here. I cannot explain it as good as what Matthew does, but these browser installs, very good options there. So I'd have to think these things are not installed. That's just the symbol they're using, I think. It looks like a tick, so it looks like it's installed already. It's probably just the symbol they're using, I would say. Then you've got support, Titan Linux supported Discord and IRC, which is also on their website. Included in the Titan Toolbox. Then you got tweaks, panel layouts. So if you mess around with your panel, you can, and you're not sure how to get it back to default, you can restore the Titan Linux default, which is this here. Let me get this out of the way. So you can restore this default panel here. And if you like the Plasma default, then you can also choose to restore the Plasma default. If you don't like it, you can go back to the Titan Linux default. I like those sort of options within a distro because it's always good to be able to mess around with it, and if you don't like what you've done, but you sort of were keen on how it was at the start, you can just restore defaults. I like those sort of things. A lot of other distros should have that by default to set things back to default. It's always good to go back to your starting point, especially for new users. They're brilliant options for new users who just like to explore and do things, and then if they mess it up, they can go back to default and start again. I think that's great. And then you've got utilities, application terminator. So if something's not working and it's frozen, you can click on this, click on the application, and it'll kill it. You can clear your swap, restart your network service, and restart Plasma if you're having Plasma issues. If things are frozen and killing that application didn't work, you can probably restart Plasma. So all good options there in the Titan Toolbox. Then we've got utilities. You've got your archiving tool, emoji selector, featherpad, text editor, file light, kcalc, and kfind, which finds files and folders. So let's check the Discover. Let's have a look. We've got some updates pending, so let's check that out. A lot of updates for Firefox ESR. A lot of updates for Firefox ESR. Updates to the Linux image. So let's update all, because they are selected. They're all selected anyway. All updates are selected. So let's update all. Put in our password. And let's just let that update first, and then we'll come back. So that is the updates complete. We are all up to date. And if you wish, you can go to applications and search for your favorite applications. LibreOffice. There's your LibreOffice applications there. You can probably install the whole lot, can you? LibreOffice Base, WriterCalc, Impress, Draw, Math. So the whole lot is there. Or you can search by category, which will be Office, and you can look for any office you wish to install that's in the repos. Haven't heard of Gemini Office before, or Lix. You can search under multimedia, audio and video, audio players. You can search under multimedia, audio and video, audio players, CD. Plenty of options there. Internet, whatever you want to install. So it's all up to you what you wish to install, as long as it's in the repositories. And if you cannot find it in the repositories, you've got the option of looking for it in Titan Toolbox software and maybe Snap or Flatpak. So if you wanted to do that, let's open up Firefox and let's have a look at About. Help and About Firefox is 91.9 ESR. So you could go to FlatHub. So you could go to FlatHub, or you could go to Snapcraft, and you could look to see whether whatever you are trying to install, like for me, if I was trying to install Cherry Tree, for example, and search for that, and Cherry Tree is there. So you might want to do that There it is there, and there it is in Snap. So searching through Flatpak and Snap for the application that you want to install might be a great idea before you make the decision of installing either one of those under software here, to make sure that the application is available under that platform. And I'll leave those links below just in case you want to check those out. So when it comes to Titan Linux, I'd have to think they've covered all bases when it comes to installing the software or application of your choice. And don't forget, this is KDE. So in settings, we should have system settings there. So you should have your standard KDE system settings under there, and we can configure this icon view, sidebar view, whichever view you're used to. That's the one I'm used to be honest. But yeah, you got that configuration option there. And just in case you're wondering where that configure option went, it's in this menu here, and configure, and you could change it back to icon view if you wish. So under global theme, they're using a theme called Dragon, Plasma style, Dragon as well, I'd have to think. So one thing with Plasma is it's very hard to tell sometimes which one is actually selected. Oh, because it's got a highlighted delete button there. So that is the selected one, fair enough. Application style, window decorations is Dragon as well. And icons, Dragon icons. You can adjust the panel if you find it too high or too low. So just go right click and edit panel, and you can adjust your panel height here like so. You can put your panel on different screen edge wherever you wish to have it. Just drag it to the edge you wish to have it and it's all good. Just click away and that disappears. You can also click this settings icon down here as well for the same result. And this is KDE, so you can at any time right click and add widgets. And in doing so, you could change the menu. Now, normally you get at least 2 menus to choose from. So show alternatives. You got application launcher, application menu. If you went to add widgets, you can get new widgets, download new Plasma widgets. You could search for a menu like so, hit enter, and you'll get searches for menus. So you could install menu 11. My favorite menu in Plasma is the tiled menu. I quite like that one. So you can change it to suit however you like. You can also search for calendar. There is a calendar where it allows you to connect via your, I think it's the event calendar is the one. You can sync it with, I think it's Microsoft Office or Google Docs or something. Google Calendar, Microsoft Office Calendar or something. I can't remember which one it is. But you could add that to here and it gives you a different type of menu. And then this thing stays up here. If you don't want to use it any longer, just close it out. So yes, this is the KDE desktop. So you can do many things with it. What the team at Titan Linux has done is given you a very slimmed down version, made it very simple for new users to be able to find their way around. You can tweak to your heart's content in the settings menu or adding widgets and so forth. Many options in on the KDE desktop. But Titan Linux, I find it a very simple desktop out of the box with a lot of options to suit the newer users, and also of course seasoned users would probably find it very easy to get things done very quickly without running commands, I suppose. So Titan Linux looking very good. I might give this a go on some of my real hardware, I think, and see how it runs. So that was Titan Linux. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.